Pressured out of the kick after he was called to go, and now Port can try to pounce. Butters up to Marshall. Rioli wanted it in the pocket. Centrally instead, Powell-Pepper.
Great kick. Really good kick from Todd Marshall. Powell-Pepper wasn't really expecting the ball to be on his right shoulder.
25 after 24 last year. And from directly in front, he thumps it through. And Port Adelaide are on the ball.
Across to help his teammate.
Jackson front spot. Sarong flash through. Butters over his head towards goal. Up and over the shoulder. Like a buoyant object in a large body of water. Zach Butters.
Well, he could end up being the Brownlow medalist. He's had that good a season.
Incredible finish, but...
Ryan shovels it out. Butters. Powell-Pepper's down. Finlayson to the square. Lord. And there was some holding going on. It'll be a free kick to the Power. Across those matches. That's the look he gets at it. Started right, and it snuck straight in. And Port Adelaide take the lead.
Travis Boak back into the lineup for Port Adelaide after missing last week with illness, but back in as the sub. It's a little bit of a change-up. Dersma. And he pumps it down the line and wide. Powell-Pepper. Landed like a cat. Off he runs. Finds Rioli. And Willie inside to Finlayson. Delightful ball use from coast to coast. Port Adelaide. Port's #1 goal kicker this season. Couple last week. All the way from the root to the fruit. From defence to attack to goal. Port Adelaide looking strong. Yeah, Sheasel, Ashcroft, Owens, Amos, you're spot on there. He's a contender, especially if he finishes the last 2 weeks strongly. Speaking of strong, Horne-Francis, strong as an ox. The instant reply.
Horne-Francis, outstanding.
He can be a genuine 40-goal kicker who plays majority midfield. That's what the kick 3 last week. That's his capacity. It's exciting to watch.
Fumble opens the door again. The Power surging and putting that pressure on as Finlayson around the body. Powell-Pepper. Sam Powell-Pepper, drafted out of WA back in 2016. And he's made Port Adelaide his home, and he's a fan favourite as he bangs through his second.
We know that'd be massive, then they have to win today.
The Hornet is away. Pokes it towards half forward. Marshall gets back in the hole, made the contest and gets it back with the crumb. Poke pass, Rioli time.
Another great example of the kick from Marshall. Just laid it in his path, let Rioli run onto it. Brilliant skills.
It's a boo or two from directly out. And squeezes it home.
For Rosie. Penetrating kick up towards the wing. Marshall to the front. Spills out the back. Finlayson was good. Bounced off. And then just pokes it out into the path of Houston. Very open forward line for the Power. So he just has to wait for an option to present. He's got great vision. And McEntee in the pocket. Well summed up. Only 2 across his last 7, though. He'd love to convert here. That's a nice strike. And the Power continue on their way.
Port's last win against Fremantle was a long, long time ago in Perth. And the Hornet is away. Horne-Francis puts the Jets on. Off hands. Finlayson got it from McEntee. And he nails a monster. The circling Finn puts it through. Short on them. Young slipped it through. Brayshaw, Aish, Clark, caught. Kept it in play. Tracy and Jonas attacked it down to Rioli. Clean-handed to Boak. Burn-Jones. Downfield free kick. So Boak was dumped after giving the handball away. So DBJ skips in a metre or 2. Struck it pretty well. You can't strike it any better than that. Rioli's closing speed is classic. Knocked it up. Boat through. One-handed pluck by Wines. And he floats it inside to Darcy Burn-Jones.
Then, as Pav said, for Port Adelaide, put into place what you're going to be challenged with in time. And they had numbers forward of the ball, and they've got it in the hands of this this fellow, and they should score.
Kicked a big one earlier. Drifts a little, but he squeezed it in by a coat of paint. Equal to the occasion, Darcy Burne-Jones.
Reckon he's a player that you'd love playing with